Oh, good morning, everybody. This is Barry Jones. And if you have followed my channel or channels plural, you know that I normally am with SP History because I'm doing videos, history videos, most of them relating to the JFK assassination or the Watergate scandal or the Cold War or the deep state, whole assortment of topics. But today's a little different. To all those faithful listeners, I felt like I should I've been getting some questions about where have I been, so I thought I would explain my absence a little bit. Uh, Recently, my wife and I, on March 5th, we celebrated our 36th wedding anniversary, and we were taking a walk, and I was wrapping up a series at the same time on YouTube, my JFK series, and I was talking to her about what I was going to do next. We were speculating this, speculating that. And my wife said, you really should finish the other project that you've started and you've just set aside for so many years. And I grumbled and I complained. I said, I don't, it's not fun. It's too much work. It's too painful. Truth is, everyone who has heard our story, my wife and I, our story, says the same thing. You should write a book. And years ago, I did. I started anyway. And the goal was to just cover the first 5 years of our relationship because the first 5 years of our relationship were so just miraculous in the sense that we survived, in the sense that we were even together. That, again, if you've heard our story, it's just one miracle after another. It's so unlikely the outcome to be still married 36 years later, to have four children, to have four grandchildren. And so, as I said, I've started this project, but undergoing uh, undertaking a project like this requires uh, digging up old memories. And in our case, some of them are pretty painful. And so, what I would do is I'd work a little bit and I'd stop. I'd run up against a painful memory and I'd stop. And then I'd get the courage up, the enthusiasm would be sparked a little bit, and I'd work a little bit more and I'd stop. This has been going on for years. Anyway, this time I decided to finish it, and I have. And so that is the purpose of this video, to announce the release of this book. It's called Barry and Katrina. It's a story of miracles. And what I've done is I've taken the first 5 years of our relationship. 2 of those years we knew each other, and part of that time we dated, and then the first 3 years of our marriage. There is, I think you'll find if you read this, there's just no accounting for us even being together or meeting, first of all, and then being together, secondly, and then splitting and coming back together a second time, and then staying together for 36 years. There's no accounting for it. The relationship, not just between me and my wife, but between me and my father, between me and her parents, between our parents, my parents and her parents. In so many ways, it's just miraculous all the way around. And so I've narrowed the list of miracles down to 10. And this book is about the 10 miracles that enabled us to meet, that brought us together once, brought us together twice, and kept us together for 36 years. And I think you'll find hope and encouragement. That's my intention, to show that sometimes one of the comments I had made to my wife was, as I was working my way through this book, was, wow, there's a lot more miracles in our past than I expected to find. In fact, I had on several occasions said there was nothing miraculous about our past. When people would say, you should write a book, I would scratch my head and say, why? These aren't miracles. If so, miracles come pretty cheap these days. It's the product of good decisions or bad. It's the product of other people stepping up and helping. It's the product of dumb luck or coincidence, but certainly not miracles. And I was wrong. As I worked my way through this book, I realized there's no other explanation for my wife and I being together 36 years. So I hope you check it out. I'll put the links in I'll provide the links. It's available in three different forms as we sit here today. You can get the Kindle form, you can get the paperback, you can get the hardback version. And pretty soon, I imagine it'll be available in audiobook as well. But understand this is a project that was years in the making, and I don't think I could have finished it 10 years ago. I wasn't ready. There was growth that needed to happen in my own life, in our marriage, that required years and time uh, to sit with these events and be able to fully appreciate the miracles for what they were. So I guess my purpose in this project is to show that even when you think there's no miracles in your life, or there's no uh, possible miracle that can save whatever it is you're trying to save or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, give room for miracles. Give room for, uh, allow room for uh, extra special power to intervene in your behalf if you'll just let it. And then later, give thanks or be gracious enough to recognize it for what it is. It's a miracle. You didn't do it. I didn't do it. My wife didn't do it. This was a miracle. These were miracles. So I hope you enjoy these 10 miracles. The book is divided into 11 chapters, forward introduction and an epilogue to tie it all up at the end. But I think probably what it's going to lead to is a second book because our 36-year journey is sort of divided into a BC and an AD. We have the 5 years where it was questionable whether we were going to make it. And then there's the 31 years, actually, it would be uh, 33 years going forward, because two of those years we weren't married. So 33 years is sort of represents the second part of the journey, which I'll save that for later. But anyway, I want to explain where I've been working on this project, what the result is, what the outcome is. It's the book, Barry and Katrina, a story of miracles, and encourage you to check it out. Thank you. God bless.